there and welcome to the ADK Rock and Metal channel. I am Dave, one of your hosts of the free, and today I'm going to be doing the week review of at least 6 videos that came out over the last week. So the main thing here is we're not picking any of the mainstream bands, so nothing that was from major label or bands such as I know Avenged Sevenfold or anything like that. So these will all be relatively unknown bands or up and coming bands, so we want to give them a chance to review their videos. Now we'll be 100% honest, critical, etc. if we need to be, and obviously praise where we believe praise is due. Won't have any real background on the bands apart from a little bit of snippet from their press releases. I like to go into the videos completely blind with no real concept apart from maybe the style of music it's going to be. We'll play the video from start to finish so you get to watch it at the same time, and then at the end I'll tell you my thoughts about the video, the song, everything. And there's going to be a variety of styles. We've got metal, we've got death metal, we've got punk, we've got rock today. So the first band we're going to be talking about and checking out is a band called the Meffs. Haven't heard them before. They're from Essex, they're punks. The new single is called God Complex, featuring Do Nots, and this is from their second album, Business. I think it's called Business Coming, or no, Business, and it's coming out on the 11th of September. That's all I've got. So without further ado, let's get into this video. What was it 2 minutes 26? So yeah, punk song. That could be a long punk song for a punk song. Let's check it out. Let's find out what this is all about. See you in a second. Now, whoever said you can't make a song out of one single riff is obviously never heard that. So really good song, thoroughly enjoyable. It's a really catchy riff, very groove laden. So not as what I would kind of think of as punk, but punk is very much the attitude. It's less hot, less intense. But lots of attitude, which I like. I like the fact you can hear the Essex accent coming through in her voice. Great voice as well. Thoroughly engaging, really easy to get into. Good political, well, not necessarily political statement, but good antagonistic statement there, which you kind of expect from a punk band. Video really nicely shot, very simple, black and white, black background. Gets to the point, and this is the thing, you don't have to spend huge amounts of money on a video if you have a good idea. And I think they had a good idea here with the God Complex. And yeah, just a really catchy tune. And it's really simple, the fact of just taking that main riff and then just opening it up for your bridge section, etc., just to bring it back again and then come back to that riff. And it is just a very catchy riff. It just instantly gets into your head, and a good hooky vocal line. So yeah, really enjoyed that from the Meffs. Now let's have a look what we've got next on the agenda. We have HellMetal, so let me load that one up for a second. Got it ready. Let me find out what I know about this band. So, where is my notes about HellMetal? Okay, Italian thrash death metal band, HellMetal. It's an official video called Megler. That's a weird name, Megler. It's the title track from their forthcoming album, due out on September the 4th on Rockshot Records. So, thrash death metal, yeah, I can work with that. Let's have a look. 5 minutes 45 seconds long. Let's find out what Megler is all about. I'm gonna assume. I wonder if they're singing in Italian. Be kind of cool if they are, or will they revert to English, which is a fairly common practice with bands from other countries, just because obviously it's the wider, broader market. Let's find out. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. HellMetal and MGLA. Okay, so one thing I'm glad of is they did put in some text at the end to explain about the location of the Racer Valley and the Battle of Racer Valley, because it really didn't make a lot of sense. It was kind of what I guessed why they were filming in this lush green valley, and then cutting it in with war footage. Was I was kind of assuming that this was the location of where that footage was taken, and that's why they haven't used AI footage or something else that would have been in the correct aspect ratio, because obviously they're using ultra wide screen and then they've got 4:3 ratio footage, so you're kind of like, well, it feels a bit janky to switch between the two, but there must be a reason behind it. So it obviously explains the reason, so that is quite useful to understand. The quality of the video is very good as far as like the resolution and the shooting and the lighting and all that sort of stuff, so that's all very good, and the performance from the band is excellent. So really love the fact that the drummer has obviously got a kick pedal attached to the kick drum. It's not necessary when you're doing music videos to do that, because you can actually see the front of his kick drum sim moving as he's playing, but you don't actually need that, and it can actually be a distraction when you're listening to playback to have a kick drum pedal going off. He's not dampened out his skins, and he's not replaced his cymbals with low noise cymbals, which is what I've done on several occasions when it's necessary. So I actually like the fact that they've done that. And of course, from the guys playing, I was watching the guys playing the guitars and bass and vocals, and the miming along with the backing track is very good. So I thought that was all very good. There are things that I would be a little bit more critical over. Probably my biggest one would be the smoke machine. It's really inconsistent in shot, so you'll have the smoke coming up from behind the drummer, then suddenly it'll cut to another shot with the drummer straight away, and then there'll be no smoke, and then it's straight again for another angle on the drummer, and there is smoke. So there's inconsistencies about how that's done. Same with the guitarist. He's on a field, suddenly he's away from the band, he's on his own. There's an aerial shot, there's no smoke, then suddenly there's a shot and there's smoke wafting, and it's quite a wide shot, so it's just a whiff of smoke. And I obviously think what they're trying to do is obviously capture this essence of the smoke from the war. But if you're going to do that, hire like 20 smoke machines and flood the area to make it really feel it, and then go tight in on the guys to really get that capture and be consistent with it, rather than cut to angles that don't have any smoke. Because it kind of, when you do that, it does make the video kind of look a little bit odd that you haven't done that all the way through. So yeah, that was my one big bear. And obviously when there was a solo breakdown section a couple of minutes in, and the vocalist just, you can see from an aerial shot, the vocalist has actually moved behind the camera and walked out of shot. Just stay in shot. There's no reason for you to wander off. You clearly did it with another shot where the guitarist was off on his own, so if you need to do that, do the cut to another scene where the guitarist is off. You don't need to leave the group. Keep the group band together, do solo shots separately. Because it's one of those ones, what does the vocalist do when there's a solo going on? And that's really interesting to see what vocalist does, because they almost think, oh, well, no one's paying any attention to me. Well, you're wrong. People are still watching the vocalist even when the solo's going on. So this is a really good stagecraft element about how you interact with the members of your band and stuff like that, or where do you move to. And if you on stage, you can't just wander away. I suppose you could walk off backstage, I suppose, during a solo. But overall, musically though, really enjoyed the track. Thought the vocals were really good, music was, and the arrangement was very good. Classic death thrash metal, at which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's see what we got next. So okay, so this band, next one up, we have a band called Cutthroat. The single is called Hard Times. It's basically, they've got a new EP out called The Purge. Now, I have actually checked this one out for the channel, so I do know this song. Good, catchy Hard Times. The song is Hard Times, so I won't be talking about that. I'll be talking about the video. I kind of compared them to a kind of cross between Biohazard and Madball, which should make sense because they were actually on tour with Biohazard recently. Really remind me of 90s hardcore. And again, yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I do remember at the time listening to the EP thinking, not sure if there's anything new there. But then I remembered 90s hardcore because I grew up with that. So, and I'm a fan of Biohazard, so there's absolutely nothing wrong. I like Hatebreed. I'm a big fan of that sort of element music, but I do remember it being very madballish. So let's check this one out. Check out the video, and again, share thoughts at the end. Let's do this.
Listen, you fuckers, you screwheads. Here is a man who would not take it anymore. A man who stood up against the scum, the cunts, the dogs, the filth, the shit. Here is someone who stood up. Here is...
Okay, there we go. Cutthroat, sorry, not Cutthroat, Cutthroat, and Hard Time. So yeah, classic 90s hardcore. Good balance of video as well. I like the fact we've got Tales of. I mean, it does remind me of like the Biohazard Tales of the Hard Side track, but yeah, it's basically it's walking the streets. It's what's going on in the world today. Good live performance footage. Lots of them doing the gang vocals of Hard Times, which you'd expect. A little bit of walking down the street, singing to the camera. So it's playing into like the expectations of what you would expect from a hardcore band. And do you know what? They do it really well. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this sort of in your face, to the point hardcore music. It's not crossover. It's not like trying to blend it with other stuff. It's like, there you go, this is the track. Enjoy it, don't enjoy it. We're not trying to blend in progressive metal. We're not trying to bring in Asian influences of Japanese K-pop or whatever, or J-pop, I should say. So it's interesting to keep it nice and pure like that. And I do say sometimes it's great for me to see bands doing that and keeping it to the point and not feeling like they have to try to completely innovate and break the mold, because sometimes you see these bands that go, they've mixed so many different genres, so many different styles, and yes, they've innovated, but they've kind of lost the element of what is a pure core catchy song. And I think the Cutthroat do it really, really well. So yeah, good video, catchy, worth a rewatch. So yeah, I enjoyed that one. What we got here? So let me load up the next track. So this is a band called Celavi. It's a new single called A.D.K, On Your Knees, and this is from their new EP, Praelia. Praelia? I'm not even sure where they're from. 3 minutes 44 seconds. So, oh, Welsh, new metal. Okay, yeah, okay. I don't know anything about this one, so let's check it out and thoughts and feelings at the end of this one. You know, if I hadn't guessed, if I hadn't known, seen at the end that it was Loki Films that had filmed it, I would have guessed it was Loki Films. They've got a very distinctive style. They've done quite a lot of the kind of grassroots bands within our, especially within our area. A lot of the local bands kind of use them. Right, let's get through this. So, if you weren't sure, she wasn't singing in English; she was singing in Welsh. For anyone that's familiar, Wales is part of the United Kingdom, and is just a section on the side of. You've got England, you've got Wales, kind of there. You've got Ireland just off to the side on its own little island, of course, and then you've got Scotland at the top, and that makes up the United Kingdom. Now, the predominant people in Wales also speak English as well, but they also can speak around 500,000 people in Wales also will speak the Welsh language, which is a derived from the Celtic, from the original Celtic. So it's actually quite interesting that she's singing in Welsh, because that does alienate the English-speaking population as far as connectivity, but it does mean that she's got a little bit more of a niche within that particular band of having someone singing in Wales, or in Welsh, I should say, not Wales, singing in Welsh rather than singing in English. So there's a kind of a niche. So you're kind of narrowing down a market, but you're kind of then being able to focus. There's a bigger chance of being picked up maybe from that. Whilst at also the chance of alienating another group of people, but really good to. It's actually quite interesting and good to see that. I also liked that you can hear it, especially in the beginning before it really kind of elevates. That she's got the accents coming through there. I do like it when people keep their regional accent and don't sort of change their vocals to sound too Americanized or too like I'd say English, but too neutral. I like it when they keep their regional styles, because it's nice to hear where people come from. Musically, good hooky new metal, kind of not 90s new metal, early 2000s new metal is what I'm hearing there. Catchy. Video wise, nicely shot. Typical kind of camera angles of keeping the camera moving. What I would say is it does feel when you're getting that filming of them, there's that natural barrier. It's almost like there's a wall of space between the artist and the camera that they can never. It's an invisible barrier. So there's a lot of shots where she's singing and her arms are down by her side. There's very little movement, so she's just singing at the camera. I would have loved to have seen her get a little bit more comfortable and work with the camera and get into the camera and move with the camera, just to get that connectivity, because I think she could really do that, and it just shows a little bit more confidence with that performance element. Because one of the things trying to capture in here would be, what would it be like to watch them live? Now, I didn't really get a live performance. This felt very much videography. This is music video, but she was performing the song, but wasn't actually connecting as much with the audience. Guitarist was very much in their own. I love it where people work with the camera, and it's very uncomfortable if you don't normally do it. And it takes a while for artists to do that. They're quite happy to be in their own headspace and do their own performance. So, but catchy song, good, a lot of potential there. Good look for the band, and of course it's new metal, and one of the genres that I grew up with in the 90s. So, and obviously early 2000s. But yeah, enjoyable track there from Celavi. What have we got left on today's videos from this week? So let me find out a little bit about this band before I click into this. Okay, so the band is called Zenith. The single is called Insight. This is Insight the Tragedy. I can't speak. Tragedy. There we go. It's to be lifted off their debut album, To No Avail, which is due to release actually this week on Friday the 28th of August. Melodic death metal and thrash. Okay, let's see what this one is all about. Can clearly see it's set up in a 4:3 ratio to start with. Now, will that change? Will that expand out into widescreen? Let's find out. Okay, let's try and break this one down a little bit more. So Zenith, okay, let's talk about, let's get the music side out of the way. So yeah, good mix of thrash death metal. Kind of reminded me of the band Death crossed with a little bit of Cradle of Filth in there. Maybe a bit of Burzum even. A bit of black metal as well. So yeah, good musically, really solid song. It's not stuff I generally listen to myself, but it is a solid track. Video wise, not for me. However, I think someone like Andy on the channel would love the grainy rawness of it. I don't like the fact it's shot in 4:3 ratio in this day and age, because if you, I mean, on my, even on a small computer screen like that, it was blurry as shit, and that's going to be a real problem if anyone's watching a video on a big screen TV. You just can't. 1080p wide is your bare minimum nowadays. Anything less than that is just shocking. That's more like 480, I would say, 480p. Shot on phones, poor quality camera phones, felt like it was shot on. Almost like they were trying to recapture sort of like early 90s black metal music videos that were just, well, they were what they were, very raw. And some people do like that. As I said, Andy, I think, would like that video for that reason. Lots of shots of moons at different stages, fire, woods. But yeah, really nothing that's going to incite me. And the problem we've got to remember is music videos are all about capturing people's attention. And you want to do it for the right reason, not for someone going, oh, that's not a good video, and have no reason to go back to that particular band. So musically, as I said, really nice, solid track. Video-wise, I personally would not have put that one out as a video. Okay, we're on to the last song. So this is a band called Scottish rock band. It's called Colona. Now, again, I've actually checked this one out a couple of weeks ago. I checked out the album, which comes out this Friday on the 28th of August. It's called Superstar. Solid rock band. This is the single Wild and Free. Loud stage, built for loud stages and bigger audiences. Okay, well, let's find out. I can't remember exactly what I said about what Colona. Sorry, jumped ahead of me there, that did. I thought it was a solid track, if I remember, but there were some other things about it. I don't think it... Oh, yeah, I remember Colona. Solid rock tracks, but wasn't really breaking the mold, if I remember, musically. But very, very good performances and so forth, but nothing to set them apart from anyone else, I didn't think in the time. But let's see, maybe it's changed in a few weeks since I last listened to the album. This is Wild and Free.
Drive me wild, I'm taking you to bed. So yeah. shaking when I put them wise. If you're all out of insults and you're feeling good, I'm going back to safety in the nasty hood. Don't speak for me. There's no mystery. I'm wild and free. You can take me out of the streets, my love, but you can't take the street from me. Don't speak for me. There's no mystery. I'm wild and free. You can take me out of the streets, my love, but you can't take the street from me. Can't take it from me. I gotta be free. Can't take it from me. I gotta be free.
Okay, there we go. That was Colona and Wild and Free. So if anyone was unsure about it, it's obviously an AI generated video. So we will get to that topic in a second because I think it's an interesting topic to talk about AI and videos and stuff like that. So song wise, yeah, good rocking country rock album, country rock song. As I said, I mean, if you're listening to that now, you'll probably have the same thought I did, which is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Nothing, not breaking the mold at all, but it's good. It's a good track. They're Scottish, so I was kind of wondering why we got a Western film now. You're off doing a Western video, and of course, if that's the concept they had in the back of their head about what this song is about, there's no way in hell they're going to be able to film that themselves. So going down the route of AI, excuse me, makes sense. But if you're going to do it, you've got to do it well. There's far too many glitches in a video like that. We've got rattlesnakes where the tail's different. You've got eyes wandering all over the place, glasses, tattoos that keep... There's like glasses that are appearing, disappearing, shadows that are disappearing, appearing, tattoos that keep changing. There's far too many glitchy artifacts. And also, if anyone that's worked with AI or done AI knows that you get, when you create an AI image, you get this little star in the bottom corner. And that appeared in multiple places where they've obviously generated the image and then brought it to life. And it's not actually a major... I mean, apart from the environmental concern that obviously people have, the amount of water it's used, the amount of electricity it uses, and takes away resources from local areas. From an artist's point of view, would they, if they hadn't done this AI video, would they have gone to another artist to create, and gone to an actual artist and said, we want you to create a Western video using CGI, yada yada yada, and that artist would have gone, yeah, sure, that'll be 15 grand for me to do that, and they'd gone, yeah, we're not paying that, not for an unsigned band doing their own thing. So it's not taking any money away from the artist, but could they have gone and done something a bit different? They could have easily had it walking the streets of one of the streets in Scotland about being free and changed the tone of what the video would be about. I think that would have been better. It is interesting to see a whole video done with AI. I've even done things like that myself from music video, but I haven't gone to that level of trying to narrate the story from start to finish with certain scenes, because it's so difficult to do it and to do it well, because AI is glitchy. It still isn't brilliant even with some of the best, and that was a reasonably good AI creation tool that they were using, but even then there were still artifacts that crept through. And I'm surprised they put it out with the ones that I picked up, and I'm sure that on every scene I would have picked up something, but there was some that would drop too quickly. But there were definitely some wandering eyes where they'd be looking and their eyes would start going doing random things. I'd be like, hang on, this is looking really dodgy. And you saw it as soon as it started, you knew it was AI. There was no getting away from it from the very, very first scene. So it puts the band in a difficult position, because there are going to be people that are like, if you use AI, we can't support you. I think AI isn't going anywhere. It's a tool and you can use it well. I unfortunately don't think they used it brilliantly well here. They had a good idea. I would have personally probably, if I was going to use this bit of AI, I would have used some scenes of it and then maybe cut it in with them play, like hired out a kind of dusty bar or an old school bar and said, look, can we hire it out for an afternoon and put some sawdust and stuff, and then dressed up yourselves as and got some friends involved and just played it yourself in the bar, and then cut that. So it was a bit of like historic story. Maybe make the footage then look a bit older, make it less like modern. Because you've got this guy covered in his modern tattoo. It's just getting that balance right. It's finding the right. But I think doing a full AI video is probably not the way to go for Colona. Musically though, solid track, and I don't want to penalise them for the fact they've used an AI video, as I said, because it is something that I've got an AI. We've got an AI package, or not AI package, but we pay a monthly premium for a certain level of Google Workplace access, which gives us AI access to do stuff if we need it. And occasionally we'll use AI to create certain content, but don't use it for many things. We use it for additional things to add value, but we wouldn't use it to create a video from start to finish. So let us know what you think in the comments below. These are my 6 videos for this week. Let us know what you thought about them, and join us next week for another 6 videos, and I'll share you my thoughts about what I think of them. Take care.